So today topic is what we left in our areas: manage department creation and manage jobs creation, manage positions. Okay, so department job positions which are mandatory setups for procurement. So if you want to run the approvals, so for example, let's say X has created the purchase requisition. That purchase requisition should approve by the manager. So we have a what you call functionality called as approval types. So one is position type, job level approval, supervisor hierarchy, and single approver, group of approval, like that we have. So whenever if you go to job level, supervisor and position, there we need a jobs, departments and positions. Okay, so these things we'll cover today. After that, when time permits, we'll see item classes, how to create the item class, what is item templates. Before creating the item in the item master, what and all pre setups which are needed, that kind of information we'll see today. And the next class we'll go for costing, because costing is like to record the transactions of either from the inventory. For example, in the inventory, if you do miscellaneous transactions, or let us say in the order we have done picking, pack, picking and shipping. So shipping, picking, receiving, all these transactions, the whatever transactions which we are doing, this will be registered with the cost accounting as well as financial accounting. Whatever, as per my knowledge, whatever I know, those things will cover in the costing as well as financial reporting. Means what is this cost we purchase from the supplier, and what cost we are selling to the what you call customer, and what is the margin, what is the profits, what are the losses, what is the manufacturing cost. There are a lot of cost will be coming to picture. Some of the cost will take care, like how we need to define out what we can configure, and how we're going to come up with the final cost of the goods. So all kind of stuff we'll see in Monday onwards. Okay, so today we'll see these things. Manage job. So job means what? Anyone having idea what is job? Generic way.
Sure.
I'm not asking like a specific to cloud. You
Person who
people are doing jobs, right? Isn't it? Are you doing job or not, man?
Yes,
yes,
it's a
yes, sir.
Then what is job? How to define your jobs?
But the role of a person.
It is the role of the person.
okay.
Okay, what about you, Ramna?
Same now. It's a role of a person.
Not, there is nothing. One more synonym. There is no other way. Can't explain the job.
It means
Job, I can say the duty also, right?
okay.
Our job, nothing but exactly what is your designation. As per the designation, we are going to do some kind of activities in the company, right? So
Okay.
let us say manager is the one job, senior manager is job, consultant is the job, senior consulting job. So like that, different positions, I mean different jobs are present in the companies. Okay, so what is department?
Where the
Uh,
operations will take place. That is nothing but
okay, give me some examples, like
we have some like finance department, marketing department, and then system department. All this.
yeah, yeah, correct. So it is like divisions. See, under whole your company, they're going to divide the company into some certain departments. Like each department, again we have a jobs, right? So that way they are hierarchical wise, they are making the company into small parts, and each department we have a one, what you call, maybe manager or senior manager will be there, and
Yes.
department to department again some more guys will be handling. And main, let us say ceo is responsible for all departments, right? So he is the
Yes.
higher grade for all the departments. So why department is required? Why why can't only just create the jobs and run the business? It will be tough. Hierarchical way, it will be tough. Like to, for example, let us say if they find some kind of issues in the financials, higher authority, they don't know to whom we need to approach. So that is the reason everywhere you can see all the industries we have a departments. Each department they have a heads. So whenever any kind of things, for example, financial head, so he is the responsible for all the financial related things. So always the next department, procurement department, this guy wanted to have a discussion, directly they will approach the head, they won't approach the individual guys. So that is the hierarchical way to avoid the what you call the issues within the company. And also we should have a control on the overall process. So that is the reason they are going to make a department. What is position?
Position,
Position, job, do you have any difference or both are same?
both are same.
Both are same. Both are same. Why we will make it a job? Why they want to create again position? Position means it's a level. See, when
Yes, same
when you take
language.
when you take a big organizations, okay. So in my company, my position is level 5. So if we are in the what you call senior team lead, their position is level 6. If you are manager, their position is level 7. So the level 6, I mean, these based on the positions, they will decide what is the packages. I mean, not only package, there are a lot of terms and conditions also involved. So each every job, there must be some position that will be like they may use for some hierarchical purpose in the industry. The position is the level. What is level? Job is like see, some companies may not. No, I mean, big companies definitely they'll follow the position in job. So some companies may not. Small scale company, if you see, they don't give any preference to the position. They will give only preference to the jobs. Okay, so job is in under the job, what is the level the job is belongs to, which level, that it will decide the position. Okay, so these are main important to create your approvals. Sorry. Create your approvals for job level, supervisor level, and position level. So during our procurement training, we'll see how we are going to define our approval rules based on these approval types. Okay, now we'll go to create manage jobs in the system.
Ramu, this will be like doing by the HRMS consultants, right? All these jobs, positions.
No, see, if it's HRMS people, HCM peoples are present in your what you called in the team. Let us say we are doing one project. Okay, so their HCM activities are very less. Let us say they're not using the payroll. Okay, they're not using leave kind of stuff. So they are using only user creation. That time, this activity will take care by the HCM guys.
Okay.
Okay. If not, like they are there, HCM module is there, means those guys will take care. We don't need to bother. So go to setup and maintenance. But whatever configurations which we are doing, that we will validate our configurations when we are creating the transaction screens. So far I have not touched any transaction screens. I have been touching only what sections I am touching. I am touching only configuration screens. So configuration screens are present always under the setup and maintenance. If you are coming to setup and maintenance, whatever we are able to see here, all these are belongs to configuration screens. Okay. So whenever if you go to home and if you go to any dashboard, under dashboard, if you go to any icon, under these icons, whatever we are coming. So if you do something on this, this is the transaction screens. Okay.
Okay.
So go back to setup and maintenance. Global search, manage jobs, job. See, jobs we have a lot. We can make family, job family, and then under the family, we will create the jobs. But now directly I'm creating the job. See, when we require, when we require this job family, job lookups is whenever they are using HCM module in depth in your project, then these job families, lookups, mappings will take care by the HCM guys, human capital management. But SCM point of view, we have to know what is the job, what is the department, and how to define the positions. So these are sufficient for SCM guys. Okay. Now go to job. So I'm trying to create. Let me maintain the data here. Otherwise, it will be very tough while doing the transactions. Okay. So now I'm taking always SR01. 1 second. Let me close the door. 1 second. It's making noise. So I'm taking 3 jobs. One is SR01 consultant, SR01 lead, and SR01 manager. Okay. So departments I'm making one procurement department, SR01 procurement department, and SR01 OM or inventory department, inventory DEPT. Positions, we'll see, these are the levels only. So I'm giving consultant level is, let us say 5, lead is level 6, and level 7 is the manager. Okay. Now go to application, create the job. So remember here, all the jobs are independent of BU. Okay. So when you go to, when you are talking about position hierarchy, approvals and all, we'll go in detail about what is which configurations are belongs to BU specific and all. Okay. So it is very simple. So SR01 consultant. So code also, if you want, you can give same, no problem. And job set, we know wherever you go, most of the screens you can see the common set, reference data set. So all these things we would have explained. I would have explained, right? What is common set? What is the reference set?
Yes.
Same kind of concept will be applicable wherever you can see this set, job set like that. Okay. Click on next. And here the level will decide the position. So level also, it is the part of job. So we don't have the level, we don't have position separately. I mean, position is there separately, but position to trigger the position hierarchy or position approval, you must enter the level to the job. If the level is not defined here, then your job job level approval, position level approval, supervisor level approval, it won't work in the cloud. Okay, so the level is decide the position. Okay, now here, so what is my position? Level 5. So L5 I'll keep. Must enter the value is not a number. Okay, so we need to enter the number only here. Okay, let us say 05, only 5 enough. So it is 5, 6 and 7. Okay, so remaining and all HCM related, not required for us more. Evaluation criteria, give the date of today, and remaining job referral code. So this is also not required. So whatever it is coming, just select it, and remaining and all SCM related. Okay, click on next. Evaluation and all not required for SCM. So profiles also not required. So next, review that. This is the review. See, these are the train stops. So some configurations we can see the train stops like this. So when you want to save it, you have to come to review, then save. After that, we need to submit. Then only it will store the data into database. Okay, submit. Similarly, we'll create SR01 lead. SR01 lead. Okay, code. Next. So level is 6. This is the level. .8 referral code. Click on next, 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 save, and then submit. Go to create again. SR01 manager. So level is 7. Referral code. Next, next, next. Save. And then submit. Okay. So this is the way to create the jobs. Next, we'll see how to create a department. That is also very simple task. So whenever if you go for HCM, there are a lot of things will be there, but for SCM point of view, very less. Department, manage departments, create. So department name SR01 procurement. POCDEPT. Status is active. These and all optional for us. So and nothing here. Only just this name and status is active. And if you want organization details and all not required, click on next. So cost center, these and all again HCM. Only just name and active is enough. So save, submit. Similarly, create SR01 inventory. Are you following, right, guys?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, yes, Ramu, yes.
Okay. Save, submit. Okay, so departments are also done. Next, positions we're not exclusively creating. The levels already, it is a part of jobs. But position tree and all, when you're talking about approvals, the time you'll see how to define the position tree and all kind of stuff. Okay, so currently these three things are enough. Then we'll go for items. So to create the item, so what is required for defining the item?
Item master.
Yes, very good.
Um,
Next, UOMs,
UOM item templates
item templates,
as the UTA and then like item type.
item types, good.
That's it. Like these are like mandatory.
Yeah. And in the cloud, we need item classes. And we have one more life cycle phases. Life cycle phase. And also we have a item status. So when it is active, how, which attributes has to be disabled. When it is inactive, which attributes we need to enable. All these things we are going to consider in the item status. And anything else, Ramana? You know, right? These things little bit more.
Yes.
Inventory org also, like once we define the item in the item
We have
master,
to associate.
Associate. Very good.
Inventory.
associate to the
Associate. Associate. Associate item with
inventory orgs.
marks. And item relationship is there. So these things like substitute items. So when you, for example, let us say I wanted to buy motor, let us say laptop. Okay, Lenovo laptop. So substitute item will say, so we were expecting like some version, Lenovo laptop, some V5 or not V5, Core 5 processor laptop or 7th generation. So substitute item will say, so 7th generation is not a stock. We have a 8th generation is there. So that how system will show that eighth generation when you are trying to create the what you call any kind of transaction, either order, procurement. So that is substitution.
Okay.
So we have to make a relationship between your items so that whenever the stock is not present for exact item, they will go for substitution items. So that we will see how to make it out. And item categories. Categories anyhow, we are not defining here. Categories are defining in procurement. Okay. So each, see in the cloud, whatever item you are defining, you have to map with the category. So that is the concept in the cloud. So without category, there is no question of item is present in the system. Okay. So item creation will happen in the IOM. IOM means master organization.
Master
Association will happen with inventory.
inventory.
Okay. So that is what we define the item arc. Then we also define the inventory arc. Inventory arcs are used for transactions. And this will be store the item data. Okay. So we'll see one by one how we'll do that. I think these are the various setups which are present in the item. Fine. So categories. So when you are not defining your own categories, system will take miscellaneous categories as a seeded category. So we'll see what is catalog categories when we are talking about procurement things.
And Ramu, like we have catalogs and categories in the items also,
Yes,
in the item side
yes.
also, right?
Catalog category is a combination, like yeah, yes, it is there. Catalog categories is there, yes. So when you are trying to save the form, automatically system will search, is there any specific categories, custom categories are created by the user. If it is not there, then system will take the miscellaneous category. Okay, so that is there. That is, this catalog category is the mandatory, and these whatever this category, if it is not appended with the item, then your item is not eligible for any kind of transactions. Okay. So that is the way they have built the system. So, but earlier, when you are trying to create the catalog category, we were using KFF, key flex field. But currently KFF has removed. Just it is the kind of normal setup. So there's the system allow to create your procurement catalogs, inventory catalogs, costing catalog, and then order management catalogs. Whatever catalog you want, you can create it. So under the catalog, we need to map how many categories we want. So that way we can define, and then moment once you are creating the item, system automatically will pull the catalog and category combination. Okay. And also we'll see FBDA process. So remember this one, if I am maybe today we won't do, but we'll do one day, like Monday we'll try to do item importing of item through FBDA process. So FBDA is the file based data integration. Okay, so we are going to create the data in the Excel as per the whatever templates which is given by the Oracle. Then how to load the data to interface tables and base tables in the cloud. That particular assignment also we'll see POC. Okay. Okay, so now we'll see UIM. Item master, any of IOM we have defined. So we'll see how to create the UIMs. So go to manufacturing and supply. Go to items, unit of measure. And this inter classes, when you are doing the transfer orders, okay, inter organization transfers, intra transfers, that time we'll touch base these things. These are important. Means like there is a combination of mappings between one UIM to another UIM. So those things during that time. So these are very helpful during inventories. Now I am creating UIMs. So UIM code, I will always keep SR is my prefix. So each, so this is the 3 digits. Okay, SRE, SR, each is my UIM name. SR each is nothing but one quantity. So this class name, what are the class names? So classes will be like, generally quantity is the class, and weight is the class, volume is the class. These are the classes, right? We learned long back. Weight is one kind of class. Did you remember or not the classes? Have you learned those things earlier days or not?
But to define UIM, I think we need to have a class. So then only we can define a UIM.
Correct. So earlier days we learned, right, during our science childhood days, weight, volume.
Yes.
Okay. So whatever UIM which you are defining, that UIM you have to know that UIM is pertaining to which class. So liquid items will be volumes. So hard items will be either it will be weight or each. Am I right or not?
Yes, Ram.
Okay. So weight sometimes, the pack of 10 might be it is the weight, right? So like that, whenever if you are defining your UIM, you have to link to the class. Okay. Now I am creating component. Each is the one component. So this is belongs to quantity. Similarly, I'll create one more. SRD dozen. DOGN. So this is also quantity. So next we'll create volume. Volume. What are the UIMs you can find for volume?
Volume.
Volume unit of measures. Cubic units. Volume is the cubic volume. SI unit of volume is the cubic meter. Okay. What are the any idea for volume? How they are calculate the volumes? What is the measurement? Cubic meter is I heard, and gallon also we can use for volume. Gallon, can we use volume? Volume
Mm,
measurement.
No idea for me.
Okay, liters. Liters used for liquid items.
Liquid items, yes.
Okay, gallon will keep as a volume because see gas is there, right? The gas where
Yes.
we're
Yes.
taking the gas. So how they will what you called unit for volume? I mean, how we are going to calculate this based on the volume? You can see something there. They're going to write what is the capacity, volume, something they will write it. So they can measure either cubic meter or gallon or some kind of measurements we have. But okay, so weight is like a kgs. So see, volume might be liters, sometimes gallons or cubic meters as well. Okay, so I'll go for cubic meter. Cubic meter. Yes, cubic. Okay, it is my volume class. So which is shaded here. So if you want to create your own class, that also can create it. We have separate task using that. We can create your own class also. Let it be smaller one. Okay, so that is enough. And the conversions. So conversions here also we can make a conversion. So let us say I have created a two UIMs. One is dozen and one is each.
Each.
If I taking the dozen, so automatically system should understand how many eaches will be there. 12, right? So that you have to define in the conversions, UIM standard conversions. Click on here, click on plus. So UIM is here dozen.
Dozen.
What is the conversion?
Each.
So to take each. What is the conversion rate?
1.
12, man.
12.
Hey, no, this one UIM name is dozen here. Yeah, dozen has to be there here. Sorry. SR DOZ. So 1 dozen equal to, we are making conversion between base UM each to my UM 12 each. So that way, whenever if you took the dozen, system automatically understand 12. So like that, you can make your conversions between one UM to another UM using the UM standard conversions. So UM class name nothing but whatever class we selected. If you want to append your code, UM code with different classes, you can define from here. Okay. That is very simple task. Nothing, there is no much information in that.
Normally, we'll be getting like predefined all these UAMs, right?
No, no, no.
We need to get
Classes will be predefined, but UMs will have to do.
need to configure all the UAMs.
Yes, yes. Okay. Now templates. So templates, item types, item classes, life cycle phases, all these things we're going to build using the item class as the configuration. With help of this, we can make all those things. Okay. And also we'll see here anything is all task. Item profile options in not required, int of measure, life cycle phases. See, usually life cycle phases will be very, very important when you develop your item. See, some engineering items are there. So engineering items are development items, like they will develop, like, when you take a lathe machines, when you take any kind of lathe machine, means that machine will use for cutting the some metals. Okay. So when you want to design that one, they need a life cycle phase. But in our PIM, because in the SCM point of view, we are always touching one icon in the product management. So basically product management is the combination of product development module and product information management module. Both are there. But if your item is there, ready-made item is there, then they won't go for development. They will define that ready-made items into the product information management. When you don't know the item, when you want to design the item, then they will go for product development management. So for product development management, life cycle phases are very, very important. But for us, we are going to use the seeded one. Even in the development also, they can use seeded one. If they want, they can create their own. But the significance of this life cycle phases is very, very important for development, product development. So what and all we are going to have, it is having design. We have a 4 things. They have created a lot of things. I click on plus. Second. Here we don't have. Okay, so design, there are 4 things. So that I'll show to you in the item classes. I forgot that things, but it is only 4 things. Design, the development, absolute, and production. Yeah. Design means when you are designing the product, let us say engineering item, they want to develop. So initial stages, the life cycle phase is design. Whenever life cycle phase is design, then that item is not eligible for transactions. Hey, 1 second, I'm getting call. Just a moment. 1 second. Okay, just waste call. Okay, so that is the design. Design, whenever life cycle phase is the design, then that design, what they call, link of development items not eligible for transaction. Next one is what do you call, absolute development. Even development also it is not eligible. Absolute means those designs are they're not going to use in their further business. They want to absolute it. They want to write off. I mean, they don't want to use that designs as a whatever design they have done. They're not going to do any kind of business with the designs. So what they will do, they will write off, they will absolute it. Okay. And last one is production. Whenever the life cycle phase is production, those kind of items are eligible for
Correct.
transactions. Okay. So I am not going to create my own life cycle phases. Whatever seeded life cycle phases are there, those things I'll use it directly. Okay. So now item types area we have. So item types is, so usually finished goods, raw materials, kit items. Okay. And then we have, there are a lot of items, seeded items. So basically maximum 4 to 5 will be there. Finished goods is the one of the seeded item type. Raw materials which are purchased from the supplier. Okay. And then semi finished goods means that finished goods will come after doing some kind of operations on the raw material. Kit item, so let us say mobile. When you are purchasing the mobile, they will give as a box, means box contain the what you call the charger, mobile, some menu, all kind of stuff. That is a kit item. And purchasable items, inventory items. So these are like our own created items, but basically we can find 3 to 4 combination of items only. Okay. So finished goods are eligible to ship the material to the customer. Okay. Raw materials are used for after buying the raw materials. What they will do, they will manufacture it and they will convert raw material to finished goods. Kit item is, it is a pack of box. So under this box, best example is mobile. So we have a catalog, we have a charger, we have a mobile, we have a pin, lot of things will be there in that one. So that is a kit item. Okay. So here also I am not creating anything. If you want, you can create your own thing. It is very simple. Click on plus. Let us say SR01 FG. So sequence also if you want, you can give, otherwise not here, sir. Go here. This is query by example. Query by example means if you have a lot of data, if you want to see the search the data, this, if you click on this, system will give these check boxes. So text boxes, you provide the data, I mean, enter the some characters there and click on, hit the button. System will show whether those particular data will be present under the lookup codes, whatever. Okay, now I'm creating 3 things. SR01 FZ, display sequence, let it be. So it is not having anything. So meaning description. SR01 raw material RAW. Oh, sorry. Similarly, kit SR01 kit item. So these 3 are sufficient. Okay, so that's all. Save. Save and close. Okay, so next is item status. So after that we'll go for item class. Okay. So item status. See, these are the seeded one, active, inactive, and other things will be created by custom one. Like if you want to create your own item status, you can create custom things. But what is important here is, so when you are selecting the active item class as active, So these are attributes, means these are the attributes of the item. So when you go to item in the item master, let me open that. Manage items. So I don't know anything. Try yes. So these are the seeded one. So go to specifications. So under the specification tab, whatever sections we are finding under the item organization, these all we call it as attributes. So whatever I'm highlighting, these are all attributes of manufacturing. Similarly, if you go for inventory, so attributes, the inventory attributes, we will call it as inventory attributes, planning attributes, purchasing attributes. So that is the attributes definition. Okay. So here, when you want to make item status active, what attributes you want to keep it as yes, or what attributes you want to keep it as no. So that you can do it by click on this. Just you can keep it as default. Means whenever if you are whenever if you select the item status as active, automatically system will see whatever attributes we have. Okay, these attributes, the values, whether the value will be yes or no. That is the only significance of status. So usually the statuses are used during our real time day-to-day life. For example, let us say today, so we entered some 100 items in the system, right? So after that, after a couple of days, so they said, I want to inactive some 20 items. Okay, so that time, what we are going to do is, you go to manage items. Here item status is there, right? If you click on, if you select inactive, system automatically show these attributes. Means taxable is existing value, yes, it will go to no. Stocked, yes, go to no. So from where these particular things are pulling is from item status. Item status. Whichever you want to keep as yes or no, all these things will reflect when you are doing the inactive to active or active to inactive. So that is the duty of item status. Okay, so if you want to create your own item status, click on plus. Let us say, see, so system will ask what you want to keep the attribute of costing, whether you want to keep no or yes. So just create the code and give, and whichever you want to yes or no, select it and click on OK. So I'm going with the seeded. So because this is nothing, just click yes or no is required. So there is no much need to create our own. Okay, so we'll go for active and inactive. 7 close. And then item class is very important. So basically what is item class? Item classes. So usually item class, the seeded class given by the Oracle is root item class. So under this root item class, you want to create your own custom classes. Let us say engineering is my item class. Let us say, okay, electronic is my item class. Let us say something like mobiles is my item class. So whatever item class you want to create, these are the custom classes. Always these classes has to be a part of root item class. Why they want to create? Why can't we go with the root item class? Because they wanted to keep some security. They want to assign the employees to the engineering class, department. They want to assign Some employees say electronic. They want to assign some security to mobile. So security or classes are assigning the roles to the employees. They will go for different, I mean, they will go for custom creation of classes. If they say only in our company, let us say 1 or 2 employees are there, those guys are eligible for all the item creations. Okay, then the time that doesn't have any significance. They will only use the root item class. There they will give the security. See, for item, we are not providing what you call data access using the duty role. Means through managed data access, we are not providing any data access. Okay, job roles we are providing, but data access is not required. Data access automatically system will provide from the item classes. From the item classes. Okay, so that we'll see now.
Normally, like in real time, we'll be creating these many item classes for the
No, that
segregation of
depends
item.
upon requirement.
So like
Usually, if you need, we can create. If you don't need, they will go for root item class.
so we'll be creating another root item class.
Yes, root item class, we are providing security, we are providing templates, we are providing life cycle phases. If they want, for example, in your department, engineering department is there, product develop, I mean product in development. So you peoples are handling, let us say some 10,000 items. So 10,000 items maintaining by 1 or 2% is very tough. So that is the reason they want to divide that 10,000 items to different sections, different classes. So each class will be responsible for some guys that will be creating using the security, item class security. So if you have such a scenario, then go ahead with the different classes or else root item.
So on each item class, we can have a different item numbering also, right?
Yes, item numbering, item approvals also if you want. Item approval and all, it is required development time, but here it is not required. Numbering also you can change. Whatever you want, you can add that particular feature.
So this item class mainly for security and then like to have like their own attributes.
Own attributes.
Okay.
Okay. So without item class, we can system not supposed to create the items. Okay. So go to item class. Oh, yeah, status. Sorry. Item class. Item classes. Okay, you try here. Manage item classes. Item class. You search in the global. It should be here only. Sometimes manage item classes. Okay, item classes is the task. Open this. See, under this root item, they have created ABC stationery, bikes, computers, stationery, like that. Whichever you want, you can create, and then we can enable your security, all kind of stuff. Okay. So now it is very simple. So take this root item, click on plus. We'll create one item class. What is the problem? So item class name is SR01 electronic, internal name, description, save and add details. So public, it is not enabled. Public only enabled for root item. Save and add details. Then item creation allowed or not. This once the checkbox is not there, then this class won't allow to create any items. This is important. Okay. And then item management. So item management will tell how to generate your numbers. Okay, so rule generated, sequence generated, user defined, whichever you want. We'll take a user defined. User defined means user has to enter. Okay, and description also we can generate. Here also rule user defined. And enable new request. See, this enable new item request is nothing but approval workflow. So one day we'll see the class for this approval workflow. Whenever, suppose for example, let us say Ramna has created the item. So that item has to be somebody has to review and has to approve it. Let us say Manju has to approve. So that kind of approval we can enable through the enable new item request. So if you check the checkbox, we will define the workflow details. So that we'll see. I know some kind of concepts. I'll explain to you. Okay. So as of now, just number generation, these and all as it is will follow, and security. So security is basically very important. You have to know this. So basically the security can give in the two ways. One is group wise. When you are selecting the group, we are selecting here job roles. So here, I don't know, they have selected different things, but whenever the principal is the group, we are selecting here job roles. Job role wise security, and second one is user specific security. Okay, so these are the two key areas we have in the security. For example, I was telling, right? So electronic, let us say this particular root item will be eligible. I mean, I'm going to give the access to only specific users. Let us say A and B. These guys only eligible, and these guys only create the items. So you have such a scenario, they will go for here user one, user specific. Okay. So how to do that? Click on plus. See here, we'll get person and group. Group means whatever job roles I'm giving here. Let us say product data steward, product manager. These are the two job roles which are used for item. Whenever these two job roles will be having by the persons, I mean employees, then all those guys are eligible to create your items. So that is the key difference between the group and person. If you take person, then that guy only can create the items. Other person can't create.
So creation and then like updation, everything. So those persons can only do, right,
Yes.
Ram?
Yes.
So if it is a group, like say
The
depends upon
the
the job.
roles. Yeah, depends upon job role. So I'll go for person. So I'll go for person only now. Techno. So you try this item class by creating from your side. System won't allow. Okay. So techno. So here we have to select master arc and child arc. Okay. So my master arc is, what is my master arc?
Item
Uh,
SR01 IOM.
IOM.
SRIY underscore I. So after taking your organization class, you need to define the actions. What actions person can do? Means creation, updation, edit, all kind of stuff. So this is important. If this is not added, then system give the error. System won't allow to create the item itself. Okay. Then save it. Click on plus again. Person. XR. This is the inventory arc I'm selecting now. So my inventory arc, this one, right? Yeah, I think this one. Not Hyderabad. Okay. So let me verify here. This one should have this master arc. Otherwise, system will give me a trouble to create the items. That is what data is very important. Somewhere I captured that. Is it SR01 or Hyderabad?
Yes, sir. 01.
SR01 only, Ramu.
No, inventory I'm asking. Let me see. Go to home. Setup. Inventory. SR01. Okay. Hyderabad is somebody else created, but not belongs to my item. Yeah, this is mine, I guess. Yes. Yeah, this is correct. So let me store this one. So, okay, so go here, go here. This is correct. So actions we have to add. So select Control A. So automatically will select, system will select all. Apply, okay. Save. Then page attributes, sorry, transactional attributes. So these are like, what you call some EFFs or DFFs you want to bring. That time we are going to use this one. So as of now, so these are also same thing. Attribute groups, we have a lot of things. So whenever if you want to bring any DFF values, so we'll see some more thing in upcoming classes. So how to define these attribute groups and all. Okay. Now life cycle phases, any of they added production, production, absolute design. Okay. So I'm not adding anything here, and templates. Templates is FG template, raw material templates. So like that, we have a various templates. Whichever template you want to default when you are creating the item, you can create. How to create that? Query by example first. So ATO item, lot of things are there. Raw material or purchased item. So here, okay. So which is seeded one is, so organization should be 000. This is a seeded one. Okay. So this seeded one, you take a copy, select and copy, and here for which organization you want to add it. So I want to add it to SR01 item arc. Okay, apply, click on done. Click on OK. System will allow to change your what you call template name also. So see, now it has came now, right? So now I want to edit this one. Edit it. So I'll keep as a SR01. So to differentiate my name, my names to other, because all purchase means it will be confusing, right? Okay, and if you want to keep as a default, you'll keep as a default. So system automatically, when you open the item master, system will default this template into your selection criteria. Okay, click on OK. Like that, how many templates you want, you can create. See the template. See, when I select this template, automatically system will dump primary unit, these things and all. So my primary unit also will change. I'll change to SR each. Why? Dozen is coming. Huh? Why mine is not coming? Yes, sir. Dozen is there. Why each is not coming here? Hmm. Each. SRE, right? What's this? Any. We'll see what is the.
SREA.
No, not coming. That is. See, only dozen is coming. We'll see what is the problem there. Time being will take SR dozen and we will see later. Okay. So this just remind me. We'll see why my UIM of SR is not coming. Okay. So that way you can create your templates and formats. So that is the item class. After item class, then we'll finish at least one item will create. After that we'll wind up. And life cycle will covered, status covered, relationship, these things will come in the item master time. Okay. Now I'll go directly to PIM, product information management. So one time if you want, you can sign out. So it is not required. And you just go to in PIM. This is product information management. And you verify whether system is allowing to create the item or not. So click on plus. So organization is SR item mark. No, not this one, sir. SR IOM, right?
Yes.
Why it is showing this one? Hey, we added where, man? This one. Minute. ATO, why it is it coming? Manage item class. What is my SR? Search item class. Click on OK. Go to edit. Go to templates. So SR. Hey, we added to SR01 item arg. So our arg is different, right?
IOM. Yes.
Select this, make a copy, click on add. That is what the template is not defaulting there. Click on search. Oh, that is also reason UMs are also not coming. Maybe. Yes, sir. Why this SR underscore, right? I want.
SR IOM.
Click on OK. Then go here. Go to edit. Make a default. Click on OK. Can we try now? Yes, sir. Something problem. Okay, we'll see later that one. Just save and close. Okay, create item. cancel it. Click on plus again. SR underscore IOM. See here we have to select your class. What is the class? SR
01 electronics.
See system automatically dump the
Yes.
template. Click on OK. So item creation. So 01 purchase item. Copy it. See all these things it has came automatically based on the template. Okay. So what I have to do? Go to associations. Categories also we'll see in the next class how to define our own categories. So what is my inventory arc?
SR01 invent.
So it is created by my name came and specifications. If you want to, these are defaulted. If you want, you can change whatever you want. Okay. And relationships also we'll see later class, category and all. Attachments also, if you have any kind of attachments to map to the item, then you go here and you can add the attachments here. This is the new one, earlier it was not there. Okay. So life cycle phase, it is production and item state is active, and all these things it has came from template. Okay. So now packing type cannot be set to base unit. Okay. Type cannot be set. What is error? अरे यार, क्या हुआ error? It's a warning. Okay, so very simple. Just you create the classes and then all the things. So create the item. While creating the item, select the class and associate your item to inventory. Remaining things we'll see in detail. What to change in the attributes, what not to change, what is category. See categories, if we go here, system automatically take the purchasing one. So category code is miscellaneous because we are not created our own. If we create, system will take our category. Okay. So this way you can create your items under your classes. So I think I'm expecting today we'll wind up the session. Any doubts today's class?
Like we can load the categories also, right, Ramu, through FPDA?
Carriers, sir.
Categories.
Categories also we can load. Yes. It's not FBDA. We have one more other process. So through item, I mean import and export option. From there you can do. Okay. So that we'll see. Item creation we did today. Classes we did. Life cycle. Catalog categories we'll see how to create it. Okay. So carriers and all these are useful for transfer orders, all those during the time. So we'll also create it. So these are not having any significance in our procurement side, but especially in the transport management, its carriers transit times are very, very important. But transfer order time, it having some significance. Other than that, nothing. So tomorrow, I mean Monday, we'll see castings and miscellaneous. We'll finish today. Okay, we'll create one miscellaneous transaction. Okay, so then later we'll wind up. So miscellaneous transaction means exactly, for example, we have a old system. Old system means we are using EBS, let us say. So from there, they wanted to send like miscellaneous receipt. So I know the item, what item having the stock into the my third party system. I wanted to push that stock into cloud. So what transaction we are going to use is miscellaneous receipt. So using miscellaneous receipt, we can see what stock is present in the third party. So that stock we can push into the cloud. So for that, So how to do that one? So I should have a roles, right? I don't think so. I have a roles under. Go to tools, security console. Users techno. Edit, add. Inventory manager is important. Or and warehouse manager, operator. Inventory manager is enough. These and all like just for all picking kind of things if you want to do is required. And shipping receiving agent. Okay, timing it is enough. Click on done, save and close. Click on done again. Go to data access. Manage data. Plus techno. Inventory manager is enough as of now. So what is security contrast is inventory arc here. SR01 inventory. Close. So remaining optional now. We'll see whenever if it is required. So now where we'll do the transaction? Supply chain.
Supply chain execution.
Execution. Why it is not coming here? We'll sign out and sign in back. Confirm.
Like per PIM, what are the roles required?
Sorry.
Per PIM, like item creation and all that. What roles?
Product
we-
data steward, product manager.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Inventory itself not coming away. Inventory has to come.
Maybe we have to add the press button.
No. Usually it should synchronize. Inventory area. Now it's came. Sometimes system will behave like a kid. Okay, so we'll do one transaction. So to do create miscellaneous transaction. So there are a lot of things are there. We'll explain one by one whenever if it is required. Create miscellaneous transaction I'm doing. I'm doing. So what is the type? It is a miscellaneous receipt.
Receipt.
So these also will add whatever types you have. That also will show one time. Miscellaneous receipt. Cost, no. Click on plus. So first we'll verify what is our inventory organization. So my inventory organization is this one. So you should know where we are doing the transactions. Now we'll select our item. So since I have associated my item to the inventory, automatically system will show. Okay. If you're not associated, it won't show here. And primary one, just let me know Monday So we have to make the transactions always for lower, what you call lower UMs. I don't know why each is not coming. Okay, sub inventory. So we'll take a storage. Locator control also will see, all those things we'll see. So locator control we did, right? Something we'll take this one. See, locator automatically came because this is the locator control, right? Sub inventory is locator control.
Yes.
Now without locator combination, if I try to see quantity itself, it is not enabled. So we have to select what is the locator combination. Now system will allow to enter the quantity. That is the always this quantity they're going to keep into this locator cell like a bin. Okay. And account will come from COA.
COA.
So these also we can default it, that we'll see some upcoming classes. Now submit. System should, you must enter the cost because we have added cost. Current item is no. So how to enter? Click on edit details. My throat has gone today. Where is it? Unit cost. So these also we have a lot of costing time. We'll see what is cost component, how many cost components you can bring, all those. Just a $340 I given. Click on OK and then submit it. So this way we need to add the on-hand quantities. Okay, how to verify that on-hand quantity? Go here, manage item quantities, select your item, search. So now you'll see on-hand quantity is 200. So this is locator specific. So if we see the locator, see in this locator, I have a 200 quantity. So that way I can do transaction of store, I mean, pushing the on-hand quantities into section. Even these kind of things you can do using FBDA also. Okay. So I think today we'll wind up. So we'll see, we'll continue on Monday. Tomorrow all day. See, if I take Monday to Friday, then Saturday I won't take, Saturday, Sundays. If I skip one day in middle, Saturday I will take the class. Okay.
Okay.
So because I have to have some personal things, right?